It's only been 4 days in since our country has chosen the president-elect, and a lot has been trending. The expected tears and screams of women and weak men pleading their feelings throughout social media with the expectation of others to really care. Very excited women and men proud of what's to come, with a whole new movement called 4B, with shaving their heads and no longer wanting to sleep around with men. With all of this, the most that is shocking was the new feminist movement, 4B, submitting to what all men have been saying for years. To preserve your body when you're looking to get in a relationship with a man. Close your legs and vet before marriage. Stop being a 304 and close your mouths. Out of all these valid expectations, they chose all but one. TikTok, the most famous platform for the crazy cat lady content, sipalicious behavior, and constant consumption, has broadcasted to the world just how crazy many women are in our country. This movement that many of our entitled and spoiled women are joining has a new motive towards men. They believe that not allowing access to their bodies that sexual liberation has taught them will punish men for their actions in the last election. The shaving of the heads to no longer look attractive and sticking it to the man and awaiting for marriage. Yes, you've heard that right. Many women that are married to men who voted red are coming to the conclusion that divorcing their husbands is best. They are walking out on their husbands to counter his authority, something that has already been happening, which is why the divorce rate is high. This was expected and the men will be free from such demons, but what I myself and many others have been informing the modern women for years to stop sleeping around is now their desire to make men feel less than. It goes to show that many of these women have very deaf ears, because they would actually understand just how much men are actually wanting this more than them. Yes, it's laughable. Take a look.
We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. Going back. Going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. Going back. Going back. Going back. We're not going back. Going back. Going back. We're not going back. Going back. Because ours is a fight for the future.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not dating men. Since y'all decided to take away our rights, I decided that you can't be trusted. Nice try, though.
So much because you have now officially pushed any woman who is ever questioning herself away from you and into my arms. And I am now 100% gay. I wasn't sure before, but now I am positive. So if you're a man, don't look at me, don't touch me, don't speak to me, don't breathe near me. Okay? Okay, I'm glad we got that sorted.
All the enjoyment, I'm sad again. When did it end? All the enjoyment, I'm sad again.
Movement in the USA, you've definitely seen the discourse online from the other side. Not just threats of SA, but also threats of, that's fine, we'll just fill the US up with conservative Christian children. But let me remind you that when the birth rate dropped 3% from 2022 to 2023, they were all freaking out. We need more workers for the USA. What are we going to do without more workers? So keep doing what you're doing. Let them squirm. Don't let them scare you.
You guys feel spicy? Because I do.
No matter how loud, how kind, respectful, how cute, men will still fucking hate you.
Women are talking about bringing that 4B movement right here to the United States.
Time to lock the fuck in. Operation 4B.
Refuse to date men, get married, have sex with them, or children.
All I have to say is good luck getting laid. Me and my girlies are participating in the 4B movement.
No more kitty cat for moderate men.
About being all the things that the patriarchy wants us to be. Clearly, they don't give a shit about us.
No attention to men. Delete block. Do not respond to them.
Government cares that they're not having kids because children are the future labor force.
I'm gonna start barking and getting fucking crazy.
Think I'm crazy? Me too. Just like all the women before me who were crazy.
It is the best thing I've ever done for my mental health. We're not crazy. We have to do this together.
The women who are doing the 4B movement help other women who are doing the 4B movement.
Sorry, Philman, I will not be responding to you. I am going to be promoting the 4B movement.
Do not acknowledge them. Do not look at them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
Why exactly are you going to keep becoming subservient to a nation that doesn't literally care about you?
Wake women up.
Sensational.
For any of the ladies that have been seriously considering divorcing their husband. There's a lot of big conversations happening now that we have the results of the election, one of them being no-fault divorce. That is a type of divorce that allows you to end your marriage without needing to prove that anyone is at fault. Some lawmakers are looking to abolish that, which is going to make you divorcing your husband a lot harder. So here's what that potential change could mean for you. You're gonna have to prove that your husband did something wrong, which can be even more expensive, emotionally draining, and time-consuming. Legal battles over fault can keep you in an endless and very expensive fight. Removing no-fault divorce could mean higher conflict in court, which is certainly not ideal for your kids or you. Without no-fault divorce, you lose the freedom to decide when to leave your marriage. Your private decision could be left up to someone else's idea of what's right. So if you're unhappy in your marriage, now might be the time to act. Protect your right to choose what is best for you and your kids before it's taken away. Because the reasons that you want to leave your marriage are no one else's fucking business.
Broken up with a man because he voted for Trump. And you can too. It's very easy. Say bye. Toodaloo. Sayonara, bitch. And here's the thing. Any man that's like, oh, that makes sense, you're gonna die alone, da-da-da. I'm getting married in 11 days, bitch, to a woman. You see that shit? You couldn't afford this ring, even if you tried. Thank you.
It is all Jermaine's fault. It's always Jermaine's fault.
Modern women have once again made themselves look like fools to the society. The hatred they have for a man that caused them no harm, pushed for unity, and has built his own success, has built hatred in them to deliberately choose the route of celibacy. They have chosen to make themselves unattractive and stop sleeping with men to prevent unwanted pregnancies since they believe that abortion is being attacked. They will not date or marry men for the next 4 years. And what's even funnier is that these particular women are not the women that men are even interested in anyway. Women that carry themselves already to the standard of modesty, femininity, moral value, and discipline of themselves is truly what the conservative man looks for. This 4B trend has done nothing but remove the chaotic women out of the market and open the doors to the women who love traditional men, respect the men's choice in politics, order, and covet. So who are they really hurting? They are the ones who complain that there is not enough men and are now willing to free their men to other women. So all it took was to remove the matriarchal party system from the checks and balances to make modern women choose a more traditional path willingly. With the 4B movement, you won't even need abortion laws. The only case with this is that the 4B women already are not desirable. The rage change they are participating in with shaving their heads, making them look even more like the gender they hate, is not effective to make all women better again. It is only removing the women that already have been overlooked in the dating market. Now, this is not a political statement or video, but this is an eye-opener to just how much women don't listen, think only of themselves, and their logic consistently backfires on them. Because wasn't the whole reason of sexual liberation to begin with was sticking it to the man? Wasn't this already something modern feminist women were doing with their hair? It seems like they came around full circle. Because didn't the fight against the traditional values was to make sure girls always had fun first? If not, then what was the point of feminism? To the women who are walking away from their marriages, why wasn't the political beliefs discussed prior? Women today love living in the traditional status, but won't agree to it in politics. They resent their husbands even though they lived in such a cushy life. The utter disrespect of these wives will honestly be a blessing for these men to be free from their counterpart who hates them. As I don't stand for divorce since it's a huge financial collapse of good men, I think at this time these women are doing them a favor. It's just amazing how they only react before they think. They have proven once again that they live in their own heads and not in reality. These women are not following what's really going on in the world. They are just societal actresses with social followings that feed their own echo chambers of nonsense. And of course, with it being TikTokers, I find it extremely entertaining. But what do y'all think? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click to the notification bell to alert you for all my new content. And as I always thank you for watching, take a moment to listen to this woman and drop your thoughts.
This video goes out to all of the women who have decided to shave their heads out of despair for the victory of Donald Trump. And I'm choosing to make this video despite the fact that my videos currently are being severely suppressed here on this platform, while, funny enough, are going viral on the other platforms that used to suppress us more. I don't know how it makes sense, but I'm gonna make this video anyway. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but shaving your head out of despair is a practice that has gone back for many generations in the indigenous cultures. Specifically more so if they had lost a loved one, they would cut their hair, but it was more than that. They realized, they recognized, and they understood that this carries all of your past. So my biggest hope to you is that now you are free. You are no longer chained down to the ties that you once had to a very abusive party that did nothing but stoke the fears within you. No one is losing their rights. Not a single person. And especially not women. If anything, we are gaining more rights now that Trump is back in office. Because there are many more important rights for a woman than just whether or not she can cancel a birth. Important rights such as breathing fresh air, eating clean food that's not completely doused in toxins, having the choice of how to raise their family in the best way they think is possible. You have been lied to for a very long time. And now that you are free, I hope that you can begin to see the truth before your eyes. I understand that you might be feeling a lot of despair, a lot of anger, a lot of injustice maybe. But I want you to understand that that is exactly how every single person who has ever had to wake up for the first time has felt. These are very important emotions. They are there to be signals to you, not to act out of revenge, but to alchemize them into something productive. Allow them to make the necessary changes within you, within your heart. I am not a political creator. I am a spiritual advisor. I am a spiritual creator. I come from a place of objective research, a place of non-dualistic nature. Something I say all the time here on my page is that the world is neither black nor white, but it exists in a very interesting shade of gray, and that is exactly where you are being called to right now, is understanding that deep, deep wisdom. There are a lot of things that the left side are going to continue to try to make you fearful of in the future, especially in the next 2 months. I really encourage you to take this time, now that you are free, to do your own research. Look into things from an objective standpoint and try to understand why over half of this country chose this man. If it were any other man, if it were even a woman saying the same things that Trump was saying, I would support them as well. It's not about Trump. It's about what he represents. It's about what he's trying to do for this country. I would encourage you to look into the unity party that he is forming. I would encourage you to look into the websites that have already been developed, where they are asking us, the opinions of the American people, to put that input into these websites so that we can have our voices truly heard. No one is losing any rights. In fact, we might be gaining a few more. My heart goes out to you. It truly does. But I also see the amazing, powerful position that you are now in, now that you are free to make up your own mind. I love you.